if you weren't able to, as we say, the layman's terms, cut the corner short to get
Well,
down Water Street.
if you stay over towards the bridge, there should be enough room to get around. You know, now their parking lot is right there. So if they make, you know, somebody cuts it short, but I mean, if you stay over next to the bridge, he has this plat here. We looked at it. I mean, it shows East Street right here.
There's Van Cooney's corner.
Okay, there's Van Cooney's corner right here.
Use it there.
Okay, but what I'm looking here is, see on the plat here? This shows their property line. See this car? There's more than enough room to make a turn there, as long as you don't cut it too short. You see what I'm saying? This car, if you have a tractor and trailer, if this is their corner of their property line, that's more than enough room. And besides, you guys were down there about, what, 2 years ago, you repaved? They had this here closed off. They made all the trucks come around this street. You remember that, or? Okay, so the county does use the street too. Okay. If you want to look at that.
There's no problems. You can make this turn fine.
You can make that turn there fine.
You can make this turn fine.
Right. And I can make that turn. But if I don't do that, then that means I gotta go clear. Or turn around in this gentleman's parking house.
Coming up Henderson and going to east and going to north.
That way to make that turn.
You compare it to the cost of closing Water Street, that's a
You see
chip and
another
seal street.
outlet there.
I don't have a CDL, I don't drive tractor trailers.
You know, because of
That is just a flat picture of what it looks like there. That's not the actual survey where the pins are. If you look at where the pins are, that road has been cheated over the years. It's been cheated over and over and over further on our property. And when the survey was done, that was found out.
Yeah.
My name is Curtis Hunter. I'd like to ask the county engineer, what is the normal procedure when this street has had the corner cut for years and everybody uses it? What is the normal procedure? I was told that in Gaysport here, that this property that is now Gaysport Hill Road was originally, when it was platted out, was called the State Road here. And if you look here, the road there cuts across these Van Cooney's barn lot. And I was told that the previous owner tried to have that changed for years and he couldn't get that done. Now also, Henderson Street shows it running straight up over the steep part of the hill to Gaysport Hill Road. And as that was impractical for years now, this road has been cut to the corner of this property here.
And that very well could be. I'm not aware of any, whether it would be some easements either implied or written that to take care of that. And if the landowners there that are being affected on adjacent streets other than Water Street would like to have us look at that, I'd be happy to look at that.
You know, I mean,
I understand your question and concern. I'm not.
Yeah,
I think, and I totally understand where you're coming from, but I think probably we need to worry about Water Street at this point in time. And if there are some issues on the other side, I'll be happy to look at that from the engineer standpoint.
well, like I say, landowners are there now told me that the previous landowner told them he tried for years to have that. And it would require the county of cutting a tremendous amount of hillside out to put the road back where it actually shows the right of way. So for all these years now, probably 100 years or thereabouts, that road has been there.
And you're probably, Doug Davis, you're probably 100% correct. I'm just saying it's if the Johnsons, you know, legally, if the Johnsons own a piece of property and they want to put a fence on the corners of their property, they're more than legal to do that. And if that cuts a corner of the road and the township or the county engineer has to do something because they want to claim title to and use their full limits of their property, they're entitled to do that, and we'll have to adjust and work accordingly.
In other words, then you figure you could move the street over enough or something to accommodate the trucks or whatever, at the corner of the Gaysport Bridge and all that street?
I'm saying anything's possible.
Might have to acquire property to do that.
There is a public right of way there. You know, you survey the public right of way, that's where it is, and if the street has egress, at some point in time it's creek, and it needs to be corrected, then that's what needs to be done, because we can't stop a landowner from properly using their portion of what they pay taxes on.
Not really, when you're talking about putting semis, the only thing that comes to my mind is the, what is it, Valley Assembly? Church, parking lot, and that. I'm not a technical guy, so.
The church in there is the township. But why should I have to
I
come out of
understand what
private
you're saying.
property?
I just was visually going up and down 60. We have the same problem.
I just look this down here, going, if he does it, I use his lot 100%.
I have anything else?
I got one more thing on that. When Bob Tyson had the garage in there 25 years ago, he put a post down there so people couldn't cut through there. Because right now we're still driving across our septic system. You know, I don't know who's liable for this tractor. Brakes on tractors, he liable for that? Or is that my problem to fix? I don't know. If that's even better to do it, but just like for instance, last night I seen him come through, so I walked over, it's muddy, to see if he actually hit the road. Because those sets of tracks were on my property. Not even one set of his tracks was in there. It was on my property.
Anybody else? If not, we'll have somebody move to take this under license and get back with parties controlling the other decision. Beverly, you got some?
I'd just like to say one more time that I just don't feel like the Water Street is a necessity for someone to have to travel that road. Because there's still, even though the parking weren't closed, they shut off one end of it. There's still another way out for your normal vehicle. Maybe not a great big 18-wheeler, but I don't feel like, you know, the township should be responsible to keep roads open and maintain for big 18-wheelers when they're on the little back streets in Gaysport.
My name is Curtis Hunter, and my L7 plate miner is a 6th Street. And they came back there.
I'm Clark Hunter, and I own a building on that faces onto Water Street that has a garage door in the end of it. And if they close Water Street off, why, if I had any big trucks or anything in there, they wouldn't be able to come out of that building and go up and cross that out into that alley because it's only 16.5 feet wide.
Well, that's all
You
Water
need-
Street is too.
Huh?
Water Street too is 16 feet or 16.5 feet wide as well.
Water Street's wider than 16.5 feet.
Well, it's beyond what
And
it's-
Water Street's a chip and sealed roadway, and this alley that they're talking about opening has not had anything done to it for almost 100 years, so they'd have to start with a whole new base and everything. What's the expense going to be on all that? There's going to be a lot of expense to build that alley back up.
We understand that. I think the other day Mr. Johnson offered to help with the base on that. Personally, if I remember right, I'm not going to quote you on that, but I think Dana did make some statement of the dealing and he would help. But that's the decision point. Anybody else? It would be nice if somehow that we could go away with this and everybody would be happy, but I'm sure that's probably not going to be the case. I commend you all for participating in this hearing. I want to commend the Johnsons for at least trying to make an investment in Muscatine County. And, a lot of that doesn't seem like they're getting a lot of that in southern part of
opportune tonight. I maybe some of you don't see that as good for the area, but it is